I'm not necessarily dying. I'm just ready to play in football. You know, I have social media, so I get hit up by a lot of people from up north, and people tweet stuff, and so you see stuff, and I wanted to clarify something. Now is that I said it was this game's the Super Bowl for Utah, and I meant Utah as far as the fans in the state. They consider this game very heavy. It's not necessarily to me because it's only the third game of the year, and so I just wanted to clarify what I was saying, and that I didn't personally feel like it was, but as the whole state considers it the Super Bowl.
How do you keep the emotions in check when it comes to game time?
For me, I've never been someone to be a cheerleader or go around and be the hoorah guy. I'm more focused on my assignment and what my job responsibility is, and then I get to have fun. At the end of the day, it's a game, and you get to have fun, and it's a rivalry game, and it's even more exposure, more hype to it. So you just gotta have fun with it. You can't get nervous about the game. You just gotta have fun.
As far as that goes, keeping the team loose, when you guys were able to play loose against Texas, it really
Yeah.
showed how important is it to be able to keep the entire team kind of with that looseness you're talking about and not tighten up because of the rivalry emotion?
I think it's key just because I think everybody was having fun. Nobody was too overly stressed out. Everyone knew going in they had a great practice that week, and it was intense, and they felt like the game was pretty easy. They were in shape. Guys were flying around, making plays, and having fun. And I think we need to come out fast, too. I think that was a big key for us as we came out fast on all sides of the ball, from offense to defense to special teams, and it really showed.
You also mentioned making plays. Turnovers have been a big role
Yeah.
in this series over the last few years. How important is it to be able to go out and get a takeaway or two out there and give your offense maybe some good field position?
I think it's huge. It shows that it's been a big factor in the last couple games, going over statistics, and it's going to be probably a huge role this game. I can't see it changing very much. So we're practicing a lot on the turnovers in practice, and I think they'll be practicing the same things because I think they have the same stats we do. So I know they're looking at it.
In terms of
Kyle, when you look at what Utah's offense brings to the table, what challenges do they present for your defense?
They bring a lot of different things to the table. They have a pretty good quarterback. They have good wide receiver in number 6, and the running game's better. I'm not really sure if number 13's playing or not. I don't know his injury report, but I know 34 is a good running back. In 82, their tight end, that's a receiver. He's really good as well. So they have good players on offense. They're going to try to spread you out and go for the big play, I think, in my opinion. But I think they also want to get the ground game going and get 34 rolling.
Wilson's pretty mobile as a quarterback, got good running ability. Going up against Taysom in practice, does that kind of give you an idea of how to defend Wilson on those option reads?
I think they have a good quarterback and a good system over there, and I think going against Taysom in practice is good for us, but at the same time they kind of run a different style offense, so you have to prepare different. And we have a good scout team quarterback that's given a good look, and he's pretty fast, and I think he does a good job of being like Wilson, I guess.
What are some of those differences that you've seen because they're both kind of
Between
fast-paced,
Taysom and
between your offense
okay.
and Utah's offense?
I think Utah's offense, for me, spreads it out a little more. A lot of deep field throws, a lot of deep crossers, and then they go mix that with the screen game and a little quick game. And ours kind of goes from short to deep. And so I think it's a little vice versa going on.
Kyle, how much does it weigh on your mind that you haven't beat these guys? I mean, is it something you think about every day? Or?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I can't sit here and say, I'd be lying to you if I didn't think about it. I'm not going to wake up and be like, I lost to Utah every day. I'm not going to sit here and weigh that. But, yeah, I think about it. I'm a competitor, and I don't like losing. So I'm 0-3, and I want to be 1-3, and that'd be better than 0-4.
Kyle, you talk about having fun and staying loose. What about on the field, the stuff that we never see on the TV screen, just talking with the guys on the other side of the ball, and does that really amp up in this game?
Oh, I think, it's intense. I think if you look at it, a lot of kids from Utah play here at Brigham, and a lot of guys up north are from the Utah area. And I think it's always intense. Everyone's always talking, but I don't think it's that much talking. I think that everyone wants to just get down to business of trying to figure out who's going to win the game.
There's a lot of respect that goes into it with football players. Maybe not necessarily a guy who's on this year's squad. But is there a Utah guy you played with in the past, and it's like, you know what? He's a good dude. He's a good competitor. A guy you can remember.
No, not really.